It's Sunday again, and welcome to another edition of Sane Sunday Live. We're happy to be here. We're happy you're here to hang out with us. Gregory Salvatore, first in chat. Good to see you. On this show, we like to go over the cruise-ins and car shows, the local events, and give them all some shout-outs and try to drive some more traffic to them and the children's charities and veterans charities that they support. We have quite a few announcements here for this next 4 or 5 weeks. We also would like to announce everyone on the hashtag Insanefriends live calendar. There's somebody live in almost every day.
I don't know what that bug is. What kind of bug is that?
That was one of those bark bugs. Looks like a piece of bark from the trees. There's a lot of them this time of year. Welcome to the Appalachian Mountains. So then when we get done making all the announcements from the calendar events, the car shows, the cruise-ins, any other special events that might be occurring, the live stream calendar, then we move on to car trivia. And if you get the car trivia right, you go up on screen share. Your channel does anyway. And once you've won and you've been screen shared on channel trivia, the next car question, please let somebody else win. Yeah, until the next Sunday. The slate is wiped clean right now, so if you won last Sunday, you're eligible to win again this Sunday. No problem. Camaro time. Hey, it's great to see you again.
Hi.
All right. Yeah. So, on with the show. Get some glasses so I can do this.
I'm cold today. Got snuffles.
There's David Fraley's car behind us again.
I'm not in yet for some reason.
All right, this is March 2019. So next weekend coming up is Jennifer Hakeem's Memorial Meet Cruise-In at the Sportsman's Warehouse, 6241 Perimeter Drive, Suite 101 in Chattanooga, Tennessee. As you've known, if you watched our videos and our lives and stuff, we lost Jennifer Hakeem recently. She got really sick and she went to the hospital, but she didn't make it. She was the owner of the
Deadpool car.
The owner and creator of the Deadpool car. She was also an event coordinator. She did have events on Sundays on the north end of Chattanooga in Hickson area. And she was at many of the other events. We filmed her car a couple of times and put it up on the channel. So she will be missed. Also, like I said, David Fraley, within a week, we lost David Fraley. That was his Mustang that was just up on the screen earlier. Condolences goes out to both their families, and great loss for the car community around here. Both of them. March the 30th, we have the Chattanooga Cruise-In, which has moved to a new venue. It is not downtown Chattanooga anymore. It is in East Ridge at Camp Jordan. This is a much larger venue with a lot more space. It's a lot safer too because there's not so many streets going through the venue. Downtown, they blocked off some streets downtown for that event when they were doing it there. But you know, there was a lot of traffic and a lot of people. They're not going to have to worry about that again at Camp Jordan. Camp Jordan's the same place that they have the Volkswagen Bugapalooza every year, which will be on April the 27th at Camp Jordan. It's an all-weekend event. And then we have Streetcar Life having their event on the 25th of May with $2,400 in prizes. The Scenic City Cruisers are involved. The North Georgia Stangs are involved. Of course, Saneauto is involved as a major There will also be face painting.
Sponsors.
Yes, major sponsors of the event. There will also be face painting for the kids and dyno testing for us big kids.
I'm going to get my face painted.
And they've just announced this last week, Streetcar Life has, that at this event, which will be at the Chat State parking lot, another huge venue, so there'll be lots of room, there's going to be a special lot for featured cars. So if you want your car to not only be in the show, but to be in the featured lot with all the other featured cars, then let me know. Victor Sane on Facebook. Contact me that way. I'll get you in touch with somebody from Streetcar Life about getting your car into the featured lot. That's enough of those announcements this week. We have the hashtag Insanefriends live calendar right here. And as always, we'll be done about 8:30. And then Gregory Salvatore goes on at 9 p.m.
I may be done a little bit earlier.
Then Monday night at 9 p.m. is One Wheel E. Tuesday night, Bub's Vacations channel does the hashtag Insane Friends at 9 p.m. And Wednesday night, we're right back here at Saneauto. Sorry about not being here last Wednesday, but we're doing a lot of moving. And we'll get into that later. Right after us is Muscle Car Appraisal, which last Wednesday night they did not have their show, but they did have a premiere of a video instead, so that everybody could show up in the chat and talk to each other in the chat during the premiere. Thursday night, we have Dorito and Lucha Cabra at 9:30, followed by Easy 2 Tips and Tricks, etc., etc., from 10:30 to 12 o'clock. Now, if you're in California, Ken is also in California. Ken at Easy 2 Tips and Tricks, etc. So is Dorito and Lucha Cabra. But Ken at Easy 2 Tips starts at 7 o'clock Pacific time. So California time, that's 7 o'clock. And Dorito and Lucha Cabra starts an hour before that. So they would be starting at 6 o'clock California time. Then on Saturday, we have Chopper's Rule 1 at 6:30 p.m., who is broadcasting out of Australia. I don't know what time that is, Australia, but it's sometime Sunday morning. He lives in the future.
Yeah. That's
followed by
tiny,
Fab
tiny.
Automotive Detailing at 9 p.m. Saturday night.
I was watching Fab yesterday.
Yep. I think Ashlyn did another
She did a
drawing
drawing
and colored it.
Yeah. She colored in the lines. It was really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Her uncle got it,
Yep, she gifted it to her uncle.
who was in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Now this week we have been doing still a lot of moving every day. She's still doing all the heavy lifting at the insurance company during the day. And during the day, I'm loading up, but mostly still equipment and tools. I haven't even got to the parts yet, which Dad helped me go get a big trailer, a big semi-trailer.
Yeah, it's huge.
Out of Knoxville. Yep. And so one of my ex-employees
can go in there.
Yeah. One of my ex-employees is going to be meeting me there tomorrow, and a couple of customers that are buying a couple of pieces of equipment. So hopefully they'll show up and buy the equipment, and then they'll pack it up and take it. I won't have to move it. And then the other equipment and tools and stuff, Wayne, my ex-employee, will help me load up some of that stuff, and we'll get more of it loaded. Spent all day today unloading the big van that she helped me load up yesterday.
Yeah, I'm all
We
empty.
stacked it and packed it.
And I got stuff. There's
There's
too much dust in the building.
Yeah, there's a lot of dust in the building, a lot of dust on some of the
It's been kicked
equipment.
up pretty good because of the moving. And I'm all achy and snuffled. It's stuffed up. And I can't blow my nose. I try and I try.
You're right, Camaro time. But I'm not sure I'd want them touching my inventory.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would
work.
if it wasn't delicate transmission parts. But yeah. DSW Joyride, all right. We got Camaros and Mopars in here now.
Uh-oh. Where's the Mustang? We got the Mustang, I guess.
Yeah.
We got the exotic and we got the Corvette. So,
Speaking of exotic, who wants to start trivia? First question in car trivia tonight is, in 1961, the British unveiled a famous sports car. What was the name of that sports car? In 1961.
I know what it is.
Oh, Camaro Time wants to know, did you see where Ford hinted at an electric Mustang during the Tesla release? No, I didn't, but I did hear some rumors of electric Mustang at other times from other people. And I think the first time I heard any hint of that was from Haggerty.
Yeah. That's gonna be a mess up. And no, Gregory, no.
Camaro Time. Ding, 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 ding. You are right. It was a Jag. The Jaguars. Camaro Time. First go up on screen share.
I knew that.
1961 was a Jaguar. Let's see here.
Every time they mess with a Mustang, they mess it up. So I don't expect very much out of an electric one. I better go try to get some stuff in my nose.
Okay, baby.
The spray. See if that helps. I'll be back. Oh. Okay.
Okay, and you can see the latest videos coming out of Camaro Times. Yeah, it is new banner art. It looks good. We finished up the generations of the Camaros with the 6th generation. Then a very successful video with named "The Reason So Many Hate the 2019 Refresh Camaro." Then a video where Camaro Time, if you haven't heard already, Camaro Time is asking for photos of your cars so that he can make a video with them. So if you want to see your car featured in a video on Camaro Time's channel, get those photos sent in to him. Then there's some more tips on washing the cars, where he's washing one of his Camaros and the Tahoe. doing some cleanup work, which we will be doing a lot of later on this spring after we get done with all the moving and everything. We will no longer have to worry about paying property taxes on the commercial property in Chattanooga. At the same time, we will have more money coming in. And I'm being forced to do something I should have done a long time ago, and that's get the rest of the inventory, the $1 million inventory over here. And with that much inventory over here, you know, I've managed to make a few thousand a month off of keeping $30,000 to $40,000 worth of inventory listed online and selling online. Well, if I've got $1 million worth of inventory sitting over here, right here, where there's no excuse for me not to list it,
okay,
and I can get listed 100,000, 200,000 of it instead of 30 or 40,000, then I could be bringing in several thousand a month. And then I got no excuse for not buying more cleaning stuff, buying more parts, doing more repairs, doing more cleaning on our show vehicles, entering them into shows, stuff like that. And of course, I'm going to be filming it all. I haven't stopped filming, even though I haven't been editing and uploading a lot of videos. I have been filming some stuff like building another shed for more room.
His parts are going to kick me out of the house.
And
he's already got parts over there and behind me and in front of me.
I built one shed that's 12 by 10 that's big enough to house 2 riding lawnmowers and a couple of shelves for less than $50. So that's going to be a video.
I don't know if you said that Camaro time is at 3,227 now.
No, I did not. I did not mention that. I didn't.
And he still has one more generation to go.
Oh, yeah. So there's going to be a 7th generation Camaro video.
Awesome. And, well, I heard you say it was new banner art.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
It's the red one, the red SS.
I want to see them together, like the sticker we made for him. I like that sticker better.
Yeah.
I like that picture of you. It looks so awesome.
Maybe one day we can get a picture like that we made that sticker out of with Pete and Repeat with the 2 cars together.
Yeah.
That would make a great sticker.
That would be awesome too.
Camaro time, did we ever send you a sticker of ours? The Saneauto sticker, bumper sticker?
I thought we did.
I thought we did too, but I can't remember.
I hope we did.
Because I sent quite a few out, and I can't remember who all I sent them out to.
Oh my goodness, Camaro time.
Oh, well, definitely Facebook me your address so I can send you one.
Because you were the reason why we made the stickers in the first place.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to get you one out there.
We didn't get him one. Did we get one to Australia?
I thought we did. I thought we sent one to Mark at Choppers Rule 1. And we definitely sent one to Fab Automotive Detailing because Brian put it up behind the camera there on this board. And we gave one to One Wheel E and Bubsification, which means we need to send one to Gregory Salvatore, Muscle Car Appraisal, Dorito and Lucia Cabra, and Ken at Easy 2 Tips and Tricks, etc., etc.
Well, and Camaro time is #1 on that
Absolutely.
list.
Absolutely.
And then we have to get it to Chopper's Rule. He should be #2 on that list because we got a very nice one from him.
Now, our second question is about the same car, but which Jaguar was it? It's a very famous Jaguar. Which Jaguar was it that was unveiled in 1961?
It's not the one that we got.
Yeah, we'd be happy to have one of yours, Gregory Salvatore.
Yeah, it needs to go up there behind
us. And Facebook us your address so that we can send you one. Camaro Time knows. He knows which Jaguar it is. Thank you for not giving it up.
I know too, but it's not ours. XKE says Gregory Salvatore.
Close, but not what we're looking for. Very close.
I would go with a 1961 Jaguar. Good enough. Who's going to know the difference? I mean, how many people are up on Jaguars? If they see one in their lifetime, it's like, wow.
Well, at the time, these Jaguars, when they were released, one of the reasons why they were so popular and they got so much, yes, looking for the E-type. It's exactly right. One of the reasons why they were so popular and there was such a big to-do about them. You can see they're very beautiful cars. But that's not the only reason why they made such a big stir in the car community at the time, because what happened was all these other exotic cars and stuff that were coming out at the time, Jaguar produced these E-types and sold them for about half the price of all the other exotic cars at the time.
I know Ashlyn's not around, but tell her I said hello.
Gregory goes live. This is his channel here in just a second. Gregory goes live right after we do today at 9 o'clock. There is a 30-minute break, usually between our show and his. Sometimes we run a little bit long, but we never run on top of his time.
And I hope you get to feeling better. Because I remember you weren't going to go to the wedding if you felt bad. Wow! He just hit 2,250 subs. Awesome!
Woohoo! Woo! Camaro Time did really well too. Where's his count?
3,000.
3,227. Woo!
Yeah, I can't blow it.
Well, there's a lot of growth in our car community lately.
Fab, you got me sick. It's all your fault. I'm blaming it on you. I was watching you last night. Now I'm sick.
I think the most recently,
you gave me your germs.
The most interesting thing I've seen on Gregory Salvatore's channel that I liked the most recently was the oil change video. He did an oil change video on Hot Wheels. And did it on the ground out there parked on the side of the street. So anybody can do that.
To the wedding.
Not everybody has a lift. Not everybody has this or that or the other, but everybody can at least pull over on the side of the road somewhere and do what he did. So the video was done in a way where anybody can do it.
Tomorrow, DSW Joyrides is doing a 10-hour trip. Road trip. That stinks.
Who's doing a 10-hour road trip?
DSW. He's
oh, we feel for you, brother.
Yeah.
I don't want to do.
I don't like to go 20 minutes to work.
Dad and I made a recent road trip in the big truck. We hadn't been anywhere in the semi for quite a while together. You know, he's always gone off in the semi.
Yeah, when he got bigger, he couldn't get in it anymore because it was a regulation or something. I don't know.
Yeah, nowadays they have all kinds of regulations about having passengers in the trucks and stuff. And since he drives, he's not an owner operator, and he drives for another company. He can't be taking people there. But we got special permission from the owner of the company to use the truck.
Oh no,
he's
gonna go see a back specialist. I hate to hear that.
My mother just got out of back surgery 2 days ago from that idiot in the truck that ran over her in her wheelchair. She had one broken vertebrae and another vertebrae cracked, and they were able to, I forget the term, they did something to them.
Laminate.
Yeah, but that's not correct. It's
fused them?
No, they did something. They put something on top of them.
Well, DSW, I know all about the back problems and the pain, and I just hope that everything turns out well for you.
Yeah, we both got some pretty bad back problems. Wow, that's really good news, Fab. His McGuire's video got 36,000 views in only 2 weeks. Well, that's good news, because some of the stuff that we found yesterday when we were gathering up some more oils and more transmission fluids and more other fluids and bottles of this and bottles of that around the building in Chattanooga, we came across a lot of my long lost and missing cleaning supplies, automotive cleaning supplies, and some of it is my coveted 3M stuff, which I was really upset about not being able to find when it first went missing. And I had kind of gotten over it, so I'm really excited about having that stuff back. One of them is an entire gallon of polishing compound, 3M stuff, so that's nice to have back. And some of it's some McGuire stuff that I had. Well, have now. I have it back now, so I can't say had anymore. But so we will have lots of stuff to play with and work with in the spring if we survive another month of moving every day.
No.
Well, you get to go to work at the insurance, so and fly the desk.
But you get grumpy.
I'm sorry. I'm just so tired all the time.
I know, and I love you so very much, but
the bottoms of my feet feel like they're bruised from constantly carrying heavy stuff.
He says not to forget that some of the products do expire, usually 5 years shelf life on
polishes and waxes. Yeah. Yep, it certainly does. What I'll have to do is with most of those products, I will have to take. I've got some old hoods and other pieces out here.
You can just use the Camry.
Or it could use a spot on the Camry. Use this spot on the Camry, that spot on the Camry, and try out this product and that product, and see if it's still working right and that kind of thing. So, hey, fan 1701. But yeah, and I'll do it that way. And anything, and there's a couple of things we already opened up because we thought, I mean, it looked like something that was like really old. And sure enough, it was. When we cracked it open, it was just like, it was pretty obvious. It looked pretty nasty, and some of it looked really dried up. And
it's the same thing with makeup.
Yeah. So
I have makeup that is from Peru, and I've been saving it and saving it. I wouldn't dare put it on my face or on my body anywhere because I know it's bad. But I still don't want to throw it away because it's high quality stuff.
Well, between the old stuff and the cardboards and other trash that we found, old hoses, pieces of wire, old parts, not just transmission parts. Beauregard Ricky, hey, how you doing? Old car parts that should have been thrown away long ago, that we replaced on other people's cars, and the old part was still lurking here and there. Not good parts that we could sell or anything, but old stuff. And most of that goes in the scrap pile if it's metal, but electrical sensors, stuff like that, they don't go in the scrap metal because they're not metal. They're mostly plastic.
Okay, do we have another question?
Plastic shields, all kinds of stuff.
Do we have
Yes, we do have another question.
Because it is 10:11. We have time for one more question. And then self-promotion.
You mean it's 8:11?
Oh, yeah, 8:11. I'm sorry. I told you. I feel like I've got a fever.
On this Jaguar E-Type, what was the horsepower rating? I'll give you a hint. It was a 3.8 liter inline six. 1961 Jaguar E-Type. What was the horsepower rating? Hey, Burning Rubber Garage. Good to see you here.
Easy tips.
Easy tips and tricks, etc. is here.
Awesome.
Like I said, he's live and does the hashtag Insanefriends live on Thursday nights at 10:30 to 12.
And
like I was saying earlier, on California time, that's 7 o'clock.
And when's Fab on?
Fab is on at 9 p.m. on Saturday night.
Wow.
Gregory Salvatore is going on at 9 o'clock tonight. Okay, Fab says 210, and Beauregard Rippy says 235. Easy 2 tips, tricks, etc. says 195. Gregory says I have a 3.8 liter 6. I'm at about 375. Yeah, that's a lot of horsepower for a 3.8. Beauregard Rippy. Yes, and you are the winner with the closest. It is 265 horsepower, and this was in 1961.
Yeah,
it had 265 horsepower. So those twin overhead cams made a difference.
That was wicked fast back then.
That Gregory Salvatore's V6 3.8 liter is doing really well, pumping out 375 horsepower. That's like a third more horsepower. That's a lot. 265 is a lot for a 3.8 liter. It's got 375. That's really cool.
There we go.
Okay, I'm gonna have to use the 3 dots thing. Okay. YouTube is trying to keep me away from you, Beauregard.
That's just rude.
Bam! There he is. Nice, relaxing banner art.
And the creepy animal thing.
Flying monkeys. Yeah.
The creepy.
Would be welcome to Prius. I haven't got to watch that one yet. Spring Chicks looks interesting too. Let's see that. Like to see the little chicks. We just recently got a lot of really fresh eggs from
My boss.
Yeah.
I mean, fresh, right out of the chicken's foot. They were still warm. That's how fresh they are. And they make such beautifully orangish yellow eggs.
There's a good one. Rippy Columbus Consignment Show Cars and the Cruising Classics Consignments in Columbus. I got to get caught up. Well, you've been pumping out some videos. Now, can anybody tell me, just for fun, this one's just for fun, what was the top speed of the 61 Jaguar E-Type? And then we'll have another contest question after this one.
No, because we're getting ready to leave very soon.
I know.
Okay.
But it's 8:17. We got till 8:30.
Yeah, but when are they
What
going to
happened?
do
What did I do?
self-promotion? I don't know what you did.
There.
It's very scary.
I had infinite Beauregards.
Yeah.
Infinite Rippies. Ooh, he's going to the Louisville Truck Show next week.
Awesome.
Yeah, you're close, Beauregard, but you can't win twice. You're already up on the screen. Let somebody else win. Well, this one's just for fun.
Yeah.
So
We'll let them know.
So yeah, you got that one pretty much right too, because it's 150 miles per hour.
Do you think that was legitimate or just?
It was legitimate. They actually would go 100. Even the base models, the very cheap base models, would go 150 miles per hour, and the Jaguar E-Types
have real wood.
that had,
what is that called? Dashboard.
yeah, real wood grain in the dash. A lot of other nice features. They had the vehicle, the E-Types that were loaded up with options like fuel injection and stuff like that would do even faster than 150. Would certainly do it more easily. Hello, Sam's Garage.
Wow.
We got a lot of garages in here tonight.
And there's 8 people watching us and 9 people liking us today.
That's amazing. And I haven't even liked myself
Somebody's liking us twice. That's awesome. Oh, no. Now there's 10 people and 9 people liking us. So somebody doesn't like us.
Yeah, but they just got here. Lonesome's Garage. Hey, what's happening?
Sam's Garage.
Now, this one is contest question. So if you've already won, don't answer. But if you haven't already won and you haven't been put up on screen share, then by all means answer this one. It's about the same vehicle, 61 Jaguar E-Type. Who called the Jaguar E-Type, and I quote, the most beautiful car in the world? Who called the 1961 Jaguar E-Type the most beautiful car in the world? Of course, this is a famous car person. Back in 1961. He called this E-Type, this right here, the most beautiful car in the world.
My dog almost got choked to death today.
And these ones too.
You know?
Yeah, he tried to commit suicide.
I was shaving him because it's springtime and he was very stinky and I was going to give him a bath. So, hey, you might as well do that. James Bond, he says.
James Bond. No, it wasn't James Bond, but he's probably almost as famous as James Bond. Now, I don't know if James Bond said that or not.
James Bond is a fictitious character.
Back in 1961, when the car was unveiled, this famous person said that. So it would have been before, if James Bond said that, it would have been before James Bond said it.
EF, you say Camaro time.
Yes, Camaro time, you're right. Camaro Times just gave you a hint. The initials are EF.
Okay. Anyway, back to the story of getting my doggy almost died. Really and seriously. Scared me to death. I was screaming, baby, come help me, come help me. I couldn't get him to untangle. And the more I twisted him, the worse he got tangled. And then I went back the other way, and he still got worse tangled.
Paul Newman. I wonder if Paul Newman said that too, but he would have been
after this guy.
Yeah, would have been after this guy.
EF are the initials.
The initials are EF, and he was one of the first guys to say this. Probably the first guy to say it because it was during the unveiling of the car.
Well, he's okay now, but I had him tied under the table.
James Dean,
you know how you do when you're grooming a dog, you get them tied up so they can't bite you because they're going to try to bite you. Well, I had him.
The dog's okay.
He's fine.
Hey, that's a good guess, but it's not him.
Yeah, not right.
But there's a good story about that James Dean Jaguar. The famous movie cars that we filmed and put on our channel, which there are quite a few of them.
A replica.
Yep, the museum that we filmed those cars at, or most of those cars at. No, and it's not a replica.
No, it's a replica.
It's a replica.
Yeah. He built a replica of that car because that car was completely destroyed.
Okay.
He didn't rebuild that car. It's a replica of the James Dean car.
Well, it is the accursed James Dean replica then.
Yes. Yes,
Because
it is.
because everybody that is on that car, somebody died.
Yep.
Since it was built.
Yep.
Somebody involved in that car died every time it changed hands, changed owners. And we've got pictures of ourselves at that car, which we may need to delete and burn.
I got pictures of the Batman too, the Batmobile.
Okay, I'm gonna give it away.
And pay them $5 to let me sit in it.
Because nobody's got it. This one's too hard, and I know Camaro Time knows the answer. It was Enzo Ferrari. Enzo Ferrari. Oh, Fab Automotive Detailing got it. Enzo Ferrari. Awesome. We put Fab up here. Got it just in time. I was about to give it away.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I'm not feeling well, people. I'm sorry. I'm not very fast. All my joints are achy. I got too much histamines.
Yep, to me, histamines.
I need to take a couple Benadryl and go to bed.
Enzo Ferrari called this the most beautiful car in the world during its unveiling in 1961, the Jaguar E-Type.
Look at
Now,
that shine.
There's some more videos that I'm going to be re-watching later on in the spring when we start cleaning up the show cars and everything.
I'm going to watch the Hello Kitty one. I'm going to watch the Hello Kitty one, and that's going to teach me how to detail.
Okay. And of course, we'll do some practice on things like the Camry. Not on the top, though. There's no clear coat left on the top. Have to be on the side panels and stuff. Do some practice with the stuff we got. But I do need to get a bunch of new pads and stuff, so I'll be looking over. And I want to watch that video again on Fab about taking that Harbor Freight tool and putting the 6-inch polisher on it.
Reviewing, playing, and more RPM. Hi!
So I'm going to get him to Facebook me a link to the video he has talking about that. Hopefully he's got an Amazon link where I can buy the stuff.
Oh no, he took a fall on Friday.
Who did?
Reviewing, playing, and more fell on Friday.
Oh man.
No,
sorry,
that's
dude.
Awesome. That's awful.
That's the first thing when speaking of trips in the big truck.
Oh no.
My sister and I were kids. Ew, ow. That is awful. Okay, so I must have been hearing you talk about it in the live shows then, where you were talking about the Harbor Freight tool and being able to put the 6-inch on it. And I know that you were talking about pads and stuff in one of the videos with the Thunderbird. And I learned a few about that, but I need to review before I actually buy anything.
I want to sell our Jaguar. It's 12 cylinders. Do you know how much gas that thing drinks? And it leaks about as much as it drinks. You can't go block to block without needing a gas station. I don't like it. But I wouldn't let. I guess I'd let him trade it for a nice Harley Davidson.
If I get another Harley besides the one I've got now, it will be a Softail Custom and not the newest one, because I like the fishtail fender, and the newest ones don't have the fishtail fender. I don't like that regular plain rear fender. I like the fishtail fender. So it would be the Softail Custom or the Wide Glide Custom. And I'm talking the factory custom, because that has a lot of chrome on the side covers and stuff like that.
What? Camaro time? Wanna play, gotta pay Carol. No, nobody wants to play that game. No, it's not a good game.
My cousins that race down in Atlanta, that's the way to pay out the nose. That will break you. You think building show cars and restoring cars and fixing cars and working on cars is expensive? Man, what they do with the racing the cars down there, that's just incredibly expensive. It will drain you quick. Now, in the 1950s, an American car company produced a hardtop convertible. What was the name of that hardtop convertible? It was an American car company in the 1950s. It's Carol. Carol's my wife's name.
Okay. Well.
Oh, geez, yeah, that would make you give up motorcycles, Brian. Wait a minute. I was Sam's. Yeah, my uncle rode a lot of motorcycles, and he was a big Harley guy after Vietnam. And he just rode and rode and rode until recently, about 10 years ago. He had a really bad wreck, and then another really bad wreck soon after that. And the second time he was in the hospital from that, my aunt, his wife, put his Harley out in the front yard with a for sale sign on it. Yeah, I remember that, Ken. You do have a Harley Buell.
I would just,
or a Buell that's made by Harley.
If the Harley ever tried to kill you, I don't know what I would do to it. I would probably put it in the garage and tickle the cylinders, and it would never move again.
Speaking of in the garage and not moving, one of the things we'll do probably in the late summer, maybe the fall when it's cool again, because it gets really hot around here in the summers. So we like to hide in air conditioning a lot. So maybe in the fall or just after the fall, when show car season is over, we may pull the Triumph out and restore it again.
I was in the hospital. How long was I in the hospital with a broken leg? A month?
No, it was more like a week and a half, but you were laid up for like a month. The broken leg.
Mm-hmm.
And you had that cast on for 2 or 3 months. And then you were pregnant with Crystal.
And I had the cast on a little bit when I was pregnant with her.
Okay, in the 50s, an American car company produced a hardtop convertible. It was, and y'all are close with the T-Birds and stuff like that, but it was, because it was a Ford, but it was the Ford Skyliner. The Ford Skyliner. Pull up a picture for you here.
Okay, it's time to get off of here for me. It's 8:34. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling well today. I'm all achy. I'm achy in broken bones.
Ta-da! Probably recognize it now, especially if you look at a picture like this one right here. The Ford Skyliner.
What happens with the trunk? Obviously, that goes back into the trunk.
Yeah, so you don't really have a trunk with the Ford Skyliner because that's where the roof goes. And it opens up, and it's impossibly long in order to be able to put that roof down in that trunk area.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have had an enormous trunk, but instead it had an enormous storage space for the hardtop convertible roof.
Just looks impractical. Interesting, but pretty. But
so now we're at the part of the show where you all self-promote. Self-promote. It's time to let us know, what did you do? What kind of videos did you put up last week? What kind of videos and stuff do you have in store for next week? What's going on your channel?
Well, I don't know what that gentleman said, but thank you guys. It must have been something really bad because it was deleted by Camaro Time. It was deleted by Fab. It was deleted by
We got
Easy
some
Tips, Tricks, and etc.
We got really great mods here. Really great mods.
And he was put on timeout by all of them.
Thank you guys. You were awesome. Keeping it clean.
Thank you.
They were definitely good looking cars. I mean, look at those Skyliners.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's his family members.
Yeah, it pays to keep it clean and keep your channel all nice and family friendly. And it's nice to have a lot of friends with family friendly channels, and y'all got nice, really good, clean channels. I'm proud of all you guys.
I was drooling over the picture.
Yeah, I would take 2 spots at Wally World to park that thing. You have to park way out. Well, you'd want to park way out in the parking lot anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'd have to pull through like we do when we're pulling the trailer.
But it's pretty. Okay,
Sure
people. I'm not feeling well, so I'm going to leave my sweetie cutie.
And it's time anyway, and it's time for everybody to
get ready for Gregory.
Yep.
Go get your sodas and everything you need.
Yep. You take your break for a minute.
Walk
get you
around.
something, snacks and stuff, and go hang out with Gregory Salvatore. Remember, let me get off screen share here. I'm going to show the calendar one last time. So everybody knows that plenty of places to hang out this next week. Got Gregory Salvatore next. Right here, 9 p.m. One Wheelie at 9 p.m. on Monday nights. Tuesday nights at Bub's Vacation at 9 p.m. We'd like to see you here again on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. And then Muscle Car Appraisal at 9 p.m. right after us on Wednesday night. Then Dorito and Lucha Cabra at 9:30. At 10:30 to 12, it's Easy 2 Tips, Tricks, etc., etc. And in California time, that is 7 o'clock in Pacific time. So if you're in California with Ken and Dorito, you can catch them at that time. Saturday is Chopper's Rule 1 at 6:30 p.m. and Fab Automotive Detailing at 9 p.m. I'm starting to lose my voice too.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. I hope we're not getting sick. If it is this Fab's, did it. Did it show? Oh, no.
Okay. Well, Sam's Garage only needs a couple more before he hits 200. So anybody that hasn't already, and this goes for everybody, anybody here in this chat that's you haven't already supported, go check out their channel and show them some support. Well, except for maybe that one troll that showed up.
Creepy.
Just stay clear of that. Yeah. But everybody else, just help everybody else out. Go do on their channel what you would hope they do when they come to your channel. Don't do any short watches. If you support somebody, you're truly supporting somebody and you're building a community and you're not doing sub for sub, then you won't just subscribe. You'll do a full watch. You'll, hit the like button. You'll comment about something you saw in the middle of the video or the end of the video. That's supporting. That's the difference between that and sub for sub stuff. So we want to work with what YouTube wants and what's in there. I can't even think anymore, guys. I'm going to pass out when my head hits the pillow. Terms of service. We don't want to violate the terms of service. We can grow our channels and grow each other's channels and support each other without violating the terms of service. Terms of service, they don't want sub for sub, but they do want community building, and that's what we're doing here. It's building communities and building each other's channels.
Oh yeah, what they want.
Yeah, but Camaro time, yes. What they say they want and what they actually want, yes. They do reward
if we
drama.
would sit here and argue with each other on the live stream, probably YouTube would promote us more.
Yeah.
But I can't argue
but
with
we
this
don't want to have to.
face. Look at him. He's too adorable.
But guys, we're gonna grow despite the failings of YouTube and despite the fact that we don't have a lot of drama on our channels, we got clean family content. We're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it because we've got a great community. You all guys are a bunch of great people, and we're gonna help each other out, and we're gonna grow.
You guys are awesome, and we're gonna say good night. Now push that button, baby.
Till the next video, get off the couch and get dirty.
No, stay clean. Stay clean. Look, stay clean. You can do it. It's possible. You can live clean. Don't get dirty.
Keep your channel clean and your hands dirty.
No. See? Clean hands. Clean hands.